What if the story of John Rambo is not finished yet? What if the man who survived countless wars still has one final and brutal chapter waiting for him? For decades, Rambo has been one of the most legendary action heroes in cinema. A soldier who faced impossible battles and lived through the darkest moments of war. But every warrior eventually reaches the moment where the past comes back one last time. And that is where the story of Rambo 6 could begin. Welcome back to Stardock Daily, where we explore the biggest action movie stories, powerful character journeys, and the legendary heroes who defined an entire generation of films. John Rambo has always been more than just a fighter. From the moment audiences first saw him, it was clear that he was a man carrying the weight of everything he had been through. The wars he fought were not just battles on the battlefield. They were battles inside his mind that never truly ended. Even when Rambo tries to live in peace, the memories of his past remain with him. In the previous chapters of his story, we saw Rambo pushed into situations where he had no choice but to fight again. Each time the world around him forced him back into conflict, and each time he proved why his name became legendary. But the idea behind Rambo 6 could take that story to an even darker and more intense level. Imagine a situation where a dangerous new enemy emerges, someone connected to the wars and missions Rambo once fought. This enemy may know the truth about Rambo's past and may see him as the last obstacle standing in the way of a powerful and destructive plan. For Rambo, that threat would mean one thing: the fight is not over. What makes this possible final chapter so powerful is that Rambo is no longer the young soldier he once was. Time has passed. The battles he survived left scars both physical and emotional. But the warrior inside him is still there, waiting for the moment when he must stand and fight again. And when that moment arrives, John Rambo becomes the unstoppable force the world remembers. In this brutal final chapter, the story could focus not only on action but also on the legacy of a man who spent his life fighting for survival. The traps, the strategy, and the raw intensity that made Rambo famous would return in one last confrontation. But this time the stakes would be higher than ever. This would not simply be another mission or another battlefield. It would be the moment where Rambo faces the final consequences of the life he lived. A battle where everything he learned through years of war is used one last time. Fans have always admired Rambo because he represents resilience. No matter how difficult the fight becomes, he never walks away when innocent lives are at risk. That is why the idea of Rambo 6 continues to excite fans around the world. The possibility of seeing the legendary warrior return for one final battle would be an unforgettable moment for action movie history. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think John Rambo should return for one last brutal chapter, or do you believe his story has already reached the perfect ending? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to Stardock Daily for more action movie breakdowns, legendary character stories, and exciting movie discussions. Don't forget to like this video, share it with other movie fans, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Your support helps the channel grow and keeps these amazing movie conversations going.